Film number 1, Bad Boys for Life, released on January the 17th, 2020. Directed by Adil and Bilall. We had Will Smith as Detective Mike Lowry, Martin Lawrence as Detective Marcus Burnett, Jacob Scipio as Armando Arataz, and Vanessa Hudgens as Kelly. The bad boys Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett are back together for one last ride in the highly anticipated Bad Boys for Life.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Hey!
I'm going to start to the right. Giles, were you entertained?
No.
Amari, were you entertained?
Yes.
Kyle, were you entertained?
No.
So it's 3-1 in today's first.
I feel like we've been down this road.
Unfortunately, I wasn't entertained.
That was a tentative yes, but it was
No. We've done it.
No.
It's 2020.
I said yes already.
Right, so don't mention the tentativeness.
Yeah, but I'm allowed to speak about why I'm saying tentative.
But no.
Yes.
Either you were entertained or you weren't.
Tentatively, yes.
No.
No, but that means we have to take it as a yes.
I did say it, and I said this.
But then he adds in the little.
Yeah, but
he can add in what he wants, but the bottom line is he was entertained.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna before I'm gonna say why it's the tentative. I'm gonna explain my thought processes behind it. Now, I watched Star Wars as a kid, and I enjoyed episode.
Wait, we're reviewing Bad Boys here, mate.
Let me get to there. Okay. I enjoyed episode 4, 5, and 6. And when I saw them do a remake of number 7 and 8, I thought it was a woeful nonsense, whatever. But I wanted to watch number 9 so I could actually fulfill the whole circle. That's part of the reason why I wanted to watch Bad Boys, because I had to fulfill part of my childhood and me being an adult now.
Most of us did, I feel, as well.
Right. But when I was watching Star Wars 9, I kept on thinking, this is not actually a good film, but I'm being entertained by parts of it that keep on throwing back and make you remind of my 4, 5, and 6 from Star Wars.
It's easy to be entertained by a shit film. It's easy to be entertained by a shit film.
Are you forgetting what his favourite film is?
No. It's not a shit film though, so I don't know why you're talking. Just stop right there.
Anyway, like we said, it's easy to be entertained
by a shit film.
Thank you.
Anyway, so I'm watching Bad Boys for Life, and the opening scene, they're still playing with the car. It seems like the same car just got an upgrade. And I was like, oh, we're doing this again. And then I was thinking, we're doing throwbacks, but throw forwards to a current age. And I was like, oh.
Let me throw a question around the table. Giles, did you expect anything less or anything more than what you received in Bad Boys for Life?
No.
Amari?
No.
Kyle?
Well, I enjoyed the first 2 Bad Boys, so
yeah,
I guess I was... But my expectations were not high for this one.
No,
so.
but they weren't high, but they were higher than what it hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just about, yeah.
Okay. Would you agree with that, Amari?
What? It was better than...
That what the film was
it wasn't better than anything.
Yeah, it was below.
But you say that, but I don't think it actually was. It was just an updated version of what they did before.
And I'm very glad you say that.
But that's my opinion of it. Which is why I said
I guess
I was still entertained tentatively by it, because I still thought there was some stupid moments in there and some poor other script maneuvers going on. Like even seeing DJ Khaled, I just listen.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
The Butcher.
Do you know what? I'm going to make a point, yeah, because this became very apparent to me watching this film. I feel that if you were raised in a certain era or you came up in a certain time and watched certain films, I think we're at a time now in film where we're kind of hitting the end of the sort of 90s blow up into the early 2000s blow up, and then special effects and everything's taken another shift. Because watching this, to me, it was very, very clear to see they were trying to recreate that action 90s/2000 era.
It's 17 years too late.
Yeah. And
but it was done even poorly then.
Exactly.
And I feel that people who may be in their early 20s, so when we would have watched the originals,
yeah,
we was kids though.
Watching this,
speak for yourself.
I asked we're all children. I asked myself, would someone 20, 21 to be entertained by this in today's?
Probably they would, but the joke is,
I don't know.
In my cinema experience, people were dying with laughter.
See?
Laughter?
See? I told you.
I
told you.
No, I'm surprised.
I told you. I'm not. Because listen, you've got to understand where we're at as like a planet. Where we're at as a planet that hasn't been snapped by Thanos and all the rest. You got to understand where we're at. These stupidest things make people laugh. Like The things that are like, it's not even. This isn't even entertainment.
Yeah,
but people will still be like,
trust me.
Let me throw another question around the table. I think you already told me the answer, but I need to know again for the sake of the cast as well. Did you laugh at any point in this film? And if so, what part?
I think I laughed once.
Do you know what part it was?
It was when they did the close up of the guy's of Martin Lawrence's face when he was poking the guy's face.
Okay,
that was about it.
Amari, did you laugh?
Oh yeah, I found some parts funny.
You did?
But I found it, it's because I found the story so predictable, it was unrealistic. It's predictable nature.
Kyle?
Yeah, there were a few funny moments, yeah.
What were some of your funny moments?
One of them was when he was talking about, when he found out about the witch, about the woman.
He kept calling her a witch throughout the whole.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a
Like,
female.
why would you F,
don't even get me started.
On the plane, would you fuck a witch?
Yeah. That scene on the plane. That was probably the funniest thing for me in the film.
Listen. I'm gonna just say this once, yeah, and it saddens me to say, but Martin Lawrence is no longer funny.
No.
And he's actually annoying.
Yeah.
He was annoying me.
Well, Martin Lawrence looks like he's eating Martin Lawrence. Let's just put that out there.
Bro, I was surprised. Like, not to say that he should be getting into shape for the role or anything.
No, but even that scene.
The rudeness is that he was out of shape for the filming, but when he went for the flipping promo tour, he looked more like old Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, because people must have killed. Because who was it that sent the picture of him in the group? So I'm imagining on social media, people was killing him when they saw that promo.
Even that scene,
So
when they're in Miami and he challenges my man Will to the Mike Lowry to the race.
Yeah,
and you're like, really? What are you doing?
This was.
What are you doing?
I was very, very, very like. Okay, look. My second point was.
I didn't even write no notes.
Martin Lawrence couldn't be bothered to get in shape. But who's to blame? It's either him or Will Smith. Because
we know who to blame.
Okay, but then there's another conversation to be had that we're going to get into. There's another conversation that we're going to have that's going to be getting into now. Will Smith again. Action roles. He's done.
He doesn't think he's done.
I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him in an action film again. He's just hit me with two poor films. This Gemini Man.
Yeah.
I think he needs to understand now.
The joke was the irony of Bad Boys for Life was that there was like a Gemini Man almost subplot going on with this.
That's very true.
Bullshit.
That's very true.
Insertion of you've had this backstory. Like nobody
but
knew.
How 90s is that? How 2000 era is that? That's what I'm saying. When it happened, that kind of was like, oh, okay, that's where you're taking this. But again, it was very predictable. Like, not that. I mean, look, watching this as well, I couldn't help but compare this to a film out of the Fast and Furious franchise. It was that kind of just less money. That's literally it. Just less money. And like even that, I was like, okay, we kind of saw that coming. But everything about this, I just thought, I don't understand. How they're like, me personally, you're hanging on to old used tired methods of making an action film, but in today's world, I just thought it just felt so out of place, very, very out of place.
Considering when you look at the action films that come out, I mean,
this is what I'm saying.
So, for example, if you look back to during our hiatus when Lost episode should have been recorded. we all watched the film. I think most of us watched the film, Six Underground. Now, I personally, you liked it.
That was a Michael Bay.
You liked it. Now,
I said it was entertaining.
I've got something for you, man. I've got something for you.
You liked it. I know you didn't like it. I didn't like it either. However, it stuck to what it was supposed to be. It was consistent with what it was supposed to be. It didn't try to be anything else.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, if you look at, I don't know. What was this film trying to? What was the? What so was
can
the?
I just?
Why
can I just,
was?
Can I just put a nugget?
Hold on. I've asked this about. I can't remember. Was it Godzilla? Why was it made? This goes into my category
because you know why it was made.
No, but why? Well, we know it's greed in it.
No, because Will Smith wanted to get paid again.
How? Yeah. But why though? Yeah.
It's too much. It was too much. Like, okay, so. On the topic of Michael Bay, because I didn't actually realise, but I thought he was the one who directed. It was directed by some newcomers, apparently.
Yeah, but done in the same style.
Yeah, but it made something else that's very similar to this film. Because I was very confused about who they were, so I was like, let me see the old work. And there was one film that popped up there. I was like, I don't remember it, but it was one film. I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing these kind of action scenes before. They've done it already, so you shouldn't be surprised.
Well, look, upon doing some background information. Michael Bay initially was going to be attached to this. Yeah. Now listen to this. In June 2008, Michael Bay, director of the first 2 Bad Boy films, stated that he might direct Bad Boys 3, but that the greatest obstacle in the potential sequel would be the cost, as he and Will Smith demand some of the highest salaries in the film industry. After reading that, and then seeing this film, this is what I'm saying. I don't want to see Will Smith in an action film again. And as far from Michael Bay, I know what to expect from him. But that mentality, to me, you're talking about continuing a sequence of films, but you're saying you're not even like, it's not even like you're doing it for the film. The only thing you're saying is going to be an issue is your cost. Like, to me,
but that was 10 years ago. He might have changed.
I don't think so, because if you look at his body of work, he clearly, and his place in Hollywood, he clearly hasn't. No. That to me seems very much in tune with the result of the film anyway.
I've just looked up these 2. Are they brothers? Yeah.
No, they're not even brothers.
They're not. No. Okay, I've just looked up their previous credits, and I don't know if any of you have watched this. You know, I watch a lot of TV shows as well. But Snowfall, they directed the first 2 episodes of Now, Snowfall is one of the best shows that's been on in the last 3-4 years. So now knowing that and watching what they produced for this film, it's like, what?
Yeah, but you're making a mistake. We're watching the film because we're watching it because of the past. They're making a film.
No, we're watching it because you said we had to do it for the cast.
Right.
Yeah,
let's have it right.
But the reason why they've not made the film in homage, well, they made it as a homage film to the other 2 films. Yeah. But the whole point of them was doing a reboot, and this was the base of the reboot.
I don't think it was a reboot because, again, as you said, they shot it. The action scenes you would have thought was Michael Bay. So it's that
even the whole panning, looking up in the
that's a homage.
Yeah, but then it's not a reboot.
Well, it kind of is because style. I feel like they added the team. They added the
team to take over, and the son to come back.
But it's because I mean, if you stayed, I think just there was a post-credit scene.
Was it even a post-credit scene?
No, it wasn't. It was just right at the end.
It's right at the end where he was like, "Are you gonna come out of jail soon, or are you gonna come and do
I've got a job for you to like." They are gonna make Bad Boys 4.
I'm gonna pay my debt.
They are gonna make Bad Boys 4.
Shall we talk about that guy?
Which guy?
The son, the main guy.
Gemini Man 2.
His acting was poor.
They literally made Gemini Man, and then a month later released Gemini Man 2.
Let me ask you a question.
Quickest sequel in history.
Because you just said something. You said his acting was poor. Let me ask you a question. Were you watching this for people's acting?
No, but it was that bad. It was that bad, and even on top of his acting, just his whole storyline, his whole arc was just
poor,
ridiculous.
It was a nice arc. It was honest.
It was ridiculous. How was he taken out? Again, it's a stupid film. You're not meant to take it seriously. But
you mean the first scene?
Wait. Can I pause?
He was taking out so many high-profile targets.
and no one ever.
With ease.
A montage of high-profile targets being taken out.
You saw him on the sniper though. But you saw he was serious on the sniper.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I was thinking,
the captain.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
Nah, man, it didn't make any sense because you're the boss. You shouldn't be going out and doing the hits yourself anyway.
No, but that's what his mum wanted.
His mum, who was just calling the shots from that port. She just stood in that port, didn't change her clothes, just stood there for days on end, waiting to phone him and him to phone her.
No
like,
food or water, nothing. There was on the subject of things that didn't make sense. There was one thing that got to me. So at the wedding. The witch.
The witch.
At the wedding. So Thingy's daughter's wedding. And they're like, we're now gonna have that was you obviously clocked that was Michael Bay, innit? The pastor.
Yeah.
And then
getting paid obviously for that huge role.
Let's not get into that. But he's gone, we got to have some words from Uncle Mike, and he gets up. I don't why did he say we lived that stupid mantra that they've got in Bad Boys for Life. Why would you say that to someone who's just like, I don't understand that. It just was the juxtaposition of it. I was like, but why are you trying to use the tagline?
Because they just literally just chucked it in there.
Wait, it
made no sense.
Let me make something that made me laugh. You know the scene when you saw him getting out of the wheelchair to stand up?
Yeah.
It reminded me of Professor X from that film that we're not supposed to talk
Oh,
about.
no, that's a deep scene. Let's not get into it. No, that actually touched me. You know what he's talking about, innit?
I know what he's talking about.
What scene's that?
X-Men Last Stand, where Jean Grey makes him stand up.
Oh, yeah. Against his will.
It's unnecessary. I know what you mean, because the way that he got up slow, innit? Yeah, it's deep. Do you know what? I jumping ahead, that was actually my favourite scene. Not that, but when Will Smith got shot. That was my favourite scene.
And the good thing about that is they played it a couple more times on the recording.
To make sure you know what happened.
No, it was because I didn't expect it, and just the way that it shot, I was like,
it was a nice little. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that's why I liked
it. It did come out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's why I liked it. But that's jumping ahead. I mean, I didn't really find much else enjoyable about this. It's not even like I had anything against the film, but going into it blind, Martin Lawrence, for me, man, I just found the whole relationship between him and Mike Lowry, it felt very clunky, it felt very forced.
But for me, it saved the film from being completely trash.
I'll give you that.
He's.
But I'd say Will Smith.
He's better than Will Smith.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
You think he's better now?
I enjoyed the way he performed his role much more than Will Smith.
What makes you say that?
I couldn't buy Will Smith's character.
And you can buy Martin Lawrence as just being a
There were
fed up
certain
cop
lines he
being
was
done.
coming out with, and it was like, yeah, miss me with that bullshit. And trying to act like a tough guy.
No, but I couldn't believe that because do you know
trying
why?
to be a kid.
Do you know why?
Very
He thought it was his Fresh Prince again, and he thought he could redo the role.
No, but I was getting vibes of like he is the old man now, and this is the new generation. And
Not
he was
that
coming
he's the
with
old
that.
man, but he was trying to act almost like a bad man with some of his lines, and I was like,
I didn't really get that.
Nah. Idris Elba
put holes in me.
Yeah, because it's arrogance, isn't it? Like
No,
his
but
whole-
it's the delivery of the lines like he's that guy. And it's not.
No, but he is in his eyes.
He is. He is to
Well,
a certain extent.
yeah.
It didn't sound to me the way he delivered
genuine.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Unowned.
Okay.
So it's good acting
Unauthentic.
because you believed not to believe it.
That's it. I took it as, you know, like you've come up, you're now the older gen. You've got the ammo team who are a bit more with like even like the scene at the club. Like he got leveled a few times in the film.
Yeah.
But I got questions.
Can I just say? Can I just say? Sorry. Teresa Randall, she's aged not very well.
The swerve.
So what I was going to say, because I know you're going to
She needs to ring up Charles Dark. But anyway, she needs to give Charles Dark
needs to drink some of that blood, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like what was going on with her?
Mad.
I don't know what I was going to say now. Who was you talking about just before?
Sorry,
Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, the clunkiness of the relationship between Mike Lowry and what's his name?
I don't remember what I was going to say. Let it come back to me and then we carry on. Oh, wait. No.
I mean, yeah, and again, another thing I noticed.
I know what it was now.
Go for it.
I was annoyed. I was like, so wait a second, captain's still captain, and these two haven't got promoted in the 15 years. I was scratching my head so much. I didn't get it. That's the part I was like, wait, how
even the captain scenes were dumb.
No, but he gets.
My favourite scene is he was in my favourite scene. I'm not gonna
when
lie.
he got shot?
Yeah.
But that was good. That was a good. That was a
It was like everyone was just there chilling. It's like, I want to get him, Cap. I want to get.
Yeah.
Cap got capped.
No, that was. I thought that scene as well. That's what I'm saying. That guy, he was a boss on the sniper, man. The way that he was just picking people up, but it did get a bit silly towards the end.
He got silly because he didn't kill him after he shot the captain.
No, but because he wanted to.
No, because his mum said so, not because.
Yeah, true. Another moment as well. The cringiest moment in the whole film was when they're in the ammo base.
Not when they're singing.
And they start singing.
Yeah, we're not discussing that.
Oh my god! It was just.
Are we still talking about this film?
Yeah, it was just.
I've got not much else to say in this film.
I haven't got no note. Do you know what? I've not written notes for anything. I'm doing.
Are you doing a me?
I'm doing an Amari.
Ah.
I'm going to see how it works out.
How's it going so far?
Very well. It was going better than the movie, to be honest with you.
All right, in that case, Giles, what was your favourite, most memorable scene? Let's wrap this
What?
one up. You've got to have one. You know
No,
the
I
rules.
don't.
You know the rules. There's got to be something.
I said it earlier on when he was poking the guy's face.
Okay. Yeah, that was a bit mad though. That bulge.
Yeah. And the thing is,
It was
he did it
nasty.
once. He did it once. Like, yeah, that's funny.
And he was playing with it like
But he kept on going back. Like
it's Play-Doh.
it's the way how they filmed it.
The joke got a bit overplayed for me. It was just a bit annoying.
But I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at the perspective, the depth and the perspective of Martin Lawrence's face.
Yeah.
He looked bigger than big.
Yeah. No, anyway. Amari.
Yeah, I told you, Captain getting shot. That was like one of my favourite
Captain
moments.
getting
Yeah. I did think it was stupid when he was trying to chase after he was trying to. There was at the hotel, with a fake hotel, when they had to jump out the window, and Will Smith was just looking like a real old man trying to get from one ledge to the other, and I was like, oh, your time is up.
Yeah, so I'm saying I don't want to see Will Smith playing any more action roles. I think he should just focus on dramas and
Yeah,
that
but
now.
I think of people
even
like
dramas, he's not that guy.
He ain't
anymore.
got that skill anymore.
Oh, really?
He's
was
really,
his last- what was
he's
his
really
last drama?
fallen off.
I
man.
didn't watch. Was it
That
concussion?
horrible. He wanted to be nominated for an Oscar.
Eddie shouldn't
What
have
was the con one?
With
concussion.
Margot, was it?
Oh no,
Margot?
Focus.
Focus was all right.
He was alright in that.
Yeah,
That's
but
a while ago now, though.
no,
Is it?
what-
He was alright in that. To
Yeah,
be
but it's
fair.
nothing
But
to-
it was
nothing to write home about.
Yeah, it was just okay.
Like-
I think anyone could have done that job.
the last thing people will say he's good at was I Am Legend, basically.
Oh well.
Wow. Carl, what was your
I've said
favorite?
it. The scene on the plane where he's talking about, "Are you?"
Would you fuck the witch?
Yeah.
Oh, it would. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, I'll kick this one off. I'm going to kick it off by playing this.
I just remembered he was in Aladdin as well. The genie. Totally forgot.
Tell her like that was his best role. That's been his best role.
Totally forgot.
That's been his best role. Just
I didn't
Would you
particularly
mean
like him in
Genie?
that.
yeah.
Not Aladdin, Genie, the film called Genie. Just so we're clear.
I was bad.
I didn't particularly like him in that either.
Now, so anyway, as I was saying, for my wrap up, I'm going to kick things off by playing this.
Greed is good.
The greed of Hollywood continues. For me, another unnecessary installment of a franchise that has no business being continued in 2020. Nothing about this film had any staying power. The special effects and choreography were nothing to shout about from the rooftops. I found the storyline very dated. At least this could have been a bit comedic in my opinion, but Smith and Lawrence's chemistry is defunct and clunky. And as I said, can we just all admit that Smith's action hero days are now behind him? Nothing else really to scream about this film.
He's going to do Harrison Ford kind of roles. You know, when he shouldn't have been doing it. And he's you know, he's too old to do it. And he's seen him running around.
It
But you see the
tarnishes.
CGI on the action scenes. That's what I was, it really did make me think of Gemini Man, because there's certain scenes
Yeah.
where you can see
Gemini
it's a
Man's
stunt
ridiculous.
double,
Yeah.
but they've put his CGI
Superimposed,
face
yeah.
on. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's too much. It's too much. And that's what I'm saying. When you start to do these kind of things, it does, to me, have an effect on your body of work. Like if you come in soft or you come in quite hard, strong, have a great career, and then you end it with bullshit roles like this, for me, I just think, nah.
But they've all done it. Even the greats have done it. They've all done it. Even my favourite actor's done it. Robert did it. He's done that. He's made some bullshit
But
films.
I would say Tom Cruise and
Don't hate on
DiCaprio.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is
Not
not
yet.
huge.
Yeah,
No, that's what I'm saying.
No.
They're the most.
Apart from
They
the
have
Mummy.
Consistent.
Apart
Their
from-
levels are
consistent.
Apart
Yeah.
from the Mummy.
They're the equivalent of being 22 points ahead.
Yeah, and this guy. But you're allowed to have a few blemishes. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
saying
Yeah.
that,
No, of
but
course.
this is like,
This
okay,
is
you have to look,
consistently
because
bad
that's what I'm
for a
saying. You
while,
have to
yeah.
start looking at, okay, what are we going off? If you have 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. Unfortunately, like we've discussed as well, it looks like there will be a sequel, and it just continues.
It's been announced.
It just continues. With
been
films,
announced.
Do you
when you
think-
have films like John Wick in the universe, I'm not trying to see Bad Boys 4.
No, but I don't think they're in the same universe. But
in terms of Planet Earth,
To be fair though, if you're a fan of the Arrowverse like I am, they did their own Thanos version, and now everyone is on the same Earth. Every
is it?
single DC superhero is on. But more about that
that's
later.
another conversation. But I'm just saying it in terms of if I want to watch an action film in 2020, 2021, like I'm looking for, and even John Wick, like
Fast 9.
there's a phrase. What's that phrase that Alfred uses in Dark Knight when he says
If
something
you
like,
live long enough to be, if you
live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
No, yeah, you could die and be a hero, or you live long enough to become the villain.
That's the one. And in that personification, don't go out with rubbish, go out on a high. That's all I can say. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see these films getting made that are just a complete, again, my opinion, a waste of time, tarnishing people's careers. I'm giving this film 1 star. Giles.
I ain't got much to say about it. You know, it's
disgusting.
I was sat there watching it in like just disbelief. Like what? Again, I often ask this question of films. I'm like, what am I watching?
90 million was the budget. For
90 million.
90 million.
How much is it made? Sorry, Giles.
I'll
It's
find
probably
out.
done very well.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Sorry, Giles.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there watching it. Like, why was this made? And the joke was, I'm sitting there watching it, knowing that they're gonna make another one. Like it.
Oh, did you find that out before you went?
Yeah. No, because it was announced. Exactly. It's like, and then I'm sitting there thinking, if they're gonna make another one, can it be worse than this?
Do you think Martin Lawrence is going to be in the other one?
Oh, I hope not.
Because I feel like he saved it for me, so I don't know. I know if there's another one, I'm going to watch it.
For me, nothing saved this film. It just didn't. For me, it didn't need to be made. It's one of them things. I find that when you get projects that happen, and they happen over a period of time that are close to each other, and then sometimes, for one reason or another, time goes past, the dust settles. Leave it alone. They would have actually been better off just coming in with totally new actors, to be honest with you.
And just throwing back to what you said about
Bad Boys. They're not boys anymore.
The human race being idiots. I'm doing some research now. Bad Boys for Life has topped the box office for an incredible 3rd straight week.
But this is what I'm saying.
This has been the most successful one in the franchise.
So this is why they'll make...
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
As I said, people in the cinema were dying with laughter.
But I can believe that. I can believe that.
No, but
Because people go in with blinkers on. And
Are we mad? Are we actually
we're the crazy ones.
We're the crazy ones, isn't it?
Because people will watch this and think, oh, it's another Bad Boys film. And they will just totally just paper over the fact that it's shit. 1 star from me.
to be fair, it's not the worst film I've seen this month.
It's not the what? No, it's not. And we'll come to that
Yeah, we're
later
gonna
on.
get into that.
I'm
We're
sure.
gonna get into that.
But yeah,
Oh, I don't even.
1 fucking star from me. All right, 1 star.
Okay.
Because I think that was missed.
That's interesting, that comment you just made, but anyway.
What? Which comment?
Anyway,
What you just said.
star
anyway,
rating.
star
Amari.
rating,
me?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway, well, it's a 2-star film because I did find parts. I was entertained. I'm not saying like it was funny because my mum. This is my mum's definition of it. She's like, oh, I'm not gonna go to cinema to see it. That's what we call a TV film. And you know,
Completely agree with that. Completely agree with that. They're actually, and just off of that, there
Oh,
were
and on
parts-
top of that, I don't even watch TV. In the vein that she's talking about TV films, I wouldn't even watch the film. So maybe it should have been a TV film. Would have saved me the 2 hours.
But off of that, you know when you're watching certain films and you can see certain scenes, you're like, this could have easily. I like to call them Channel 5 films.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. They got a certain gloss.
Yeah, I don't watch. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched Channel 5. Carl,
Well, I could last night.
I
Carl?
don't know. I actually don't know.
last time you watched Man United in Europe, probably.
Probably, yeah.
It's just unnecessary, isn't it? It's just unnecessary.
As I said, it doesn't bother me.
That wasn't even a low blow. You know?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like he's going
factual.
all the way round.
It was factual.
to give man the little gutty, man.
As I said, I don't care about Man United.
Nah,
deep
they
depression in
can
his
laugh,
voice.
but it upsets me to hear you speak like that.
No, but the whole point of me not watching this season is because I could see what was coming, and under David Moyes, it was genuinely getting me down watching it. So I said, I'm not going to do that to myself this season.
But you've had two managers since David Moyes.
Yeah, but that was fine. It was not at that low point.
So are
But
you
I
going to watch
could
next
see-
season?
I did. Depends on the signing. When Harry Maguire was signed, that's when I said it's done. It's over.
Yeah, we sat in this very same room and laughed on this day that he was. Anyway, sorry. Anyway,
Yeah, I said the film was 2 stars. I was entertained, but it's definitely. We're gonna get to we're not gonna talk about the first film I've seen this month. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the month of January, because there was something that I saw, which was really special, and I'm like, God. And what I'm gonna say is that anyway, continue with your review.
So
That's why I
2
said
stars from
that's
Mario.
very interesting because I hope it's not one of the other films. But anyway,
No, it's not. So don't worry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, 2 stars from me as well. There were a few small bits that I found entertaining. That's why I gave it 2 instead of 1. But again, as you said, it didn't need to be made. Will Smith, again, he really needs to start thinking about his decisions he's making with the roles he's choosing, because it's just not up to par. anymore, and he is tarnishing his legacy. I thought this film needed to be at least, it's all about comedy and action. At least get one of those two elements correct.
Listen, I couldn't agree with that more. I couldn't.
That's all.
Or
you
somewhere in the middle. Or somewhere in the middle.
That
Yeah.
definition.
Yeah.
It's an action or comedy. At least get one of them.
Yeah,
Couldn't agree with that.
and
more.
they dropped the ball on both, so that's why it's a poor film. 2 stars.
2 stars from Kyle. So adding up all of our individual stars, we're going to give Bad Boys for Life a TMRG star rating of 2 stars.
Just before we go further, I'm going to tell people what my worst film is of January.
Go for it.
So it's on Netflix. I know it's a touchy subject, don't worry. But A Fall from Grace, the Tyler Perry movie.
Do you know what? Without even, I have. All right.
Could I say Tyler Perry?
Yeah, I haven't even watched it. The joke is, I was actually having a conversation about one of the films we're going to review, and anyway, and then someone the same person mentioned this Fall from Grace, and then they said, because they was like, "Oh, have you seen this? What do you think about this?
No, I don't
it's a
see
Tyler
it.
Perry."
No.
And then all I did was put the Seinfeld gif when he just gets like he's out. He just gets out. And he's done. Yeah, he's done. That's all I had to hear. Tyler Perry. That's it. I don't need to. Don't need to.
No, but on the levels, I've seen storylines and I've seen storylines before. And you know how Giles like to say, you like to keep saying, I can see it coming. You saw this from the first minute. From the first minute.
But it's Tyler Perry, man. What do we expect?
Exactly.
No,
What do
but I
we
didn't know what
expect?
to expect because I haven't seen one of these films for so long.
It doesn't matter.
They're all
It's
fucking
consistently the
same, though.
same. Yeah. That's it.
No, but there were certain things about that film.
No,
even
it's Tyler Perry.
even the wig, even the girl's wig was upsetting me. Like it was.
Right, moving swiftly on.
Those movie review guys.
Subscribe to the podcast and stream full episodes on all major platforms.